Now at noon, the Delphi murder suspect back in court. Some key rulings made within the past 2 hours by the judge in the case that will impact the trial when one finally takes place. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for the news at noon. I'm Megan Shin. The special judge in the Delphi case says the trial of suspect Richard Allen will happen in Carroll County, but there will be one key change impacting that trial. WRTV's Caitlin Kendall was inside of the courtroom for this morning's hearing, and she joins us with the latest.
The court hearing really wasn't long today, only lasting about 5 minutes. Richard Allen walking in that yellow jumpsuit with his arms bound to his chest. He did mouth to two people in the front aisle of the courtroom saying, quote, "I love you." And then the court hearing started. A couple of things were discussed by Special Judge Fran Gohl. She did say that the trial will stay here in Carroll County. She says that it's important for the trial to stay here for both the witnesses and for financial reasons. She said that they will pull a jury from another county. Both the defense and the state have 1 week to decide where that jury will be pulled from. As for the gag order, she didn't really say the gag order is lifted, but she also didn't say that it was over. She did say that both family and those involved in the case shouldn't talk about the facts of the case, but they can talk about some of those details as to what's happening next. Joining me right now is Earl McCoy. He's a defense attorney out of Lafayette. Kind of break down what we saw inside the courtroom today.
In most cases like this, and even smaller cases, the judge will pull the attorneys into chambers ahead of time and say, look, what can we agree to and what do we really need to have a hearing about? And essentially today, they agreed to almost everything. So we were all waiting about a half hour for the judge and the attorneys to come into the courtroom, and then it didn't last very long because essentially what happened is the judge just kind of informed us all about what had been agreed to. Nothing was really contested at this point.
So talk about Richard Allen for people who weren't inside there. He came in with his arms bound to his chest, kind of stoic in look. Describe what he looked like when he walked in the courtroom today.
I really could only see him, and from some respects they had a law enforcement officer between him and us, right? When they brought him into the courtroom, the shackles were more significant than what I see on most of my defendants that are brought in from a holding facility, but that may be in large part because he's being held in the Indiana Department of Corrections facility rather than a local jail.
Talk to me about the gag order, because it wasn't like Special Judge Fran Gohl said the gag order is lifted, but she also didn't say that it's still in effect.
My interpretation as an attorney is that it's lifted. But I'm looking at the order that she issued, the statement that was released by the defense. All attorneys in Indiana are subject to the Indiana Rules of Professional Conduct, and there are a couple of specific rules that were actually mentioned by number in her order, her temporary gag order. But we're subject to those rules, and we're limited in what we're allowed to talk to the jury about in every case.
Thank you so much for your time. Again, Earl McCoy, a defense attorney out of Tippecanoe County. Of course, there is still a lot to delve into when it comes to what happened today and what's next for Richard Allen. He'll be back in court on February 17th to discuss a bond hearing. Working for you in Delphi, Caitlin Kendall, WRTV.
Caitlin, thank you for that report. As a reminder, you can find all of our coverage surrounding the deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German right now by heading to WRTV.com/Delphi.